Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're talking about 3 conversation mistakes that could leave you or put you between a rock and a hard place. Did you love my graphic? Yes, I was between a rock and a hard place. So thank you so much for joining me. It's really great that you're here. And so we're going to dive right in. I'm Linda Babulik. I'm the author of a #1 best-selling book called Zest Your Life, A Taste of Inner Wisdom. There it is right there. And we're going to talk about the #1 mistake that people make. And I've heard this way too many times lately. And really, it always sort of sticks in my throat when I hear people talking about that. It's when people say, I hate people. People suck. And these are people that are in sales. People are miserable. Well, that's a big problem right there. That's the #1 conversation mistake that's going to put you between a rock and a hard place. That's what I call attitude. And when I hear somebody say that, it's pretty pessimistic and it's pretty negative to be hating people, to not want to be interacting people. So let's get a little deeper. Now, #2 is I hate talking to people. You go from I hate people to I hate talking to people. I don't know what to say. Well, that tells me that you have no confidence and you're negative. Plus, you won't even try. It's just not that tough. And we're going to talk about some of the solutions for these. But let's really take another look. The other one that I hear a lot, because I am an extrovert and people think it's easy for me, but it's not particularly, is when I hear people say, I'm not social, I'm an introvert. That's #3. To me, that's just hiding in the excuses. And let's break it down. All of these 3 things have one thing in common. And that one thing screams to me fear. So let's take them one at a time. And here's what we've got. So problem #1, the I hate people problem. The solution, get out of sales. Because if you're in sales and you hate people, and quite frankly, in my opinion, everything is sales. I mean, everything is sales. When you go to buy a coffee, when, there's always an exchange. You're selling your request and you're getting a coffee back. So that's my solution. If you really hate people, get out of sales. Find a place to hide. Online, in technology, I don't know where that is. So good luck with that. If you hate people, I can't really help you with that. And if you applied to be my client, because my clients do apply to coach with me, I wouldn't be able to work with you. If you hate people, then you're not going to be one of my clients because I don't have any pixie dust to fix that. So that's problem #1. And that tells me you're screaming in fear because you're afraid of people. Problem #2, I hate talking to people. I don't know what to say. Well, here's the solution for that. Remember when you were a kid in the schoolyard at recess? How were you there? Were you the ringleader? Were you picked on? Whatever happened in the schoolyard, I mean, we all had stuff happen in the schoolyard, let's face it. That was then, this is now. Dig in with emotional maturity. Conversation is a learned skill because we've all been in conversations that were like, and sometimes we could control it and sometimes we couldn't. But, you're not alone. Conversation is a learned skill. That's why I keep having these videos, and we're going to be doing more and more training about this over the next 8 weeks. This is what my mantra is. It's about juicy, effective conversation techniques. That's the thing with problem #2. So think, talking is very different than conversation. Talking is yak, 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 yak. And conversation is an entirely different thing. And tomorrow I'm going to give you a few tips on building your confidence step by step, because the I don't know what to say to people, that's a confidence issue. And the third problem I talked about is hiding in excuses. I'm not social. I'm an introvert. It takes effort. The solution is, even for an extrovert, conversations don't just like flow out of my mouth and smooth and easy. And sometimes I can be flippant and I could be ignorant and I could just drop a remark. And I think that's how I lost a client, because I just made a sidebar remark that to me was meaningless. I was just being, well, I wasn't being funny, actually, was I? Because maybe I hurt somebody's feelings, and I'd never do that deliberately. But even as an extrovert who has had many, many conversations, knows about conversations, even I make mistakes. We all screw it up. And you know what? I'm not afraid of that. We need to just keep remembering that the number one purpose we have on the planet, number one, we're here for relationships. That's why we're here. That's the only reason why we're on the planet. And so what's going to build a relationship? Remember yesterday I talked about the emotional bank account, putting deposits in to build up trust in a relationship? That's what conversations do, because conversations really are what all relationships are built on. From the moment you were held in your mama's arms, there was a relationship being built, and maybe even before that. I don't know about you guys. Did you get the belly talk going? It happens. Relationships start early on through conversations. So that's what we're here for. So let's keep that forefront. And that helps us to let go of the fear. No one's going to hurt you. You're not going to get punched in the face if you say the wrong thing. You're safe. So tomorrow, we're going to be talking about wordless conversations and how you can make that happen. We're going to be talking about those tips because conversations are hugely important. So we're going to keep the conversation going. Drop in some comments for me. I would love to hear about what you're doing and how you're making deposits in the emotional bank account, how you're stepping away from the fear and just building a relationship. It could be as simple as ordering a cup of coffee. You can do this. You've got it. I'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Thanks.